He'll ask for a mate blessing, but not with his girl, but her. You never know.
Where do I have to go exactly? It's all the way down there? Okay. Let me just be sure I'm going to the right place here. Yeah, I think I am. Okay.
We'll start the blessing when all aspirants are in place.
Oh, okay. Talk to who? Oh no, I've spoken to this guy like 50 times, so I'm good.
Aloy, take your place right there. The prayer lantern is yours. I made it for you.
Blasphemy. Sisters. Aspirants, before each of you sits a prayer lantern crafted by your mother. In her honor, light its flame.
Frost for my mother, for myself. For another question mark, I say Frost.
In honor of Rost. And all he did to help me get here.
All Mother, hear our prayer. What is the child but a mother's hope that takes flight? A glowing flame that climbs the air, set free to the wind, sailing the sky till it fades and falls. So, from one to another, passes the chain of love.
I heard he'll ask for a mate blessing if he
There's Olin.
but not with his girl.
I have some questions for him.
Okay, Olin, round 2.
I heard he'll ask for a mate blessing if he leaves. But not with his girl. Her sister.
There he is. Okay, Olin, just what is your deal?
Hello, Olin.
You know my name? Ah, guess Erend told you.
Why did you act so strange when we spoke earlier?
Must be this festival. I'm really not one for crowds. Maybe I should just turn in.
Stop dodging my questions.
All right, cool your fire. I got nothing to hide.
Alright, here we go.
I've never seen anyone else with a focus. Where exactly did you find it?
In a ruin, north of the Claim. That's our name for the Asuram homeland. Up there, the metal seams run deep. Steel giants half buried in loose soil. Forgotten caves that the old ones bored into mountain rock. Your eyes just lit up.
I found my focus in a cave just like you're describing. A ruin of the old ones.
If you've delved yourself, you know as much as I do. Go to those places for answers. Not me.
Yeah, the malfunction thing was kind of weird.
When we spoke earlier, you winced, then looked like you were in pain. Or frightened. Did your focus show you something?
It didn't show me anything. I told you. It malfunctioned. Happens all the time.
Never happened to me. Why are you lying to me? She pretty much looks the same regardless of what kind of question she's asking, in terms of expression.
You're not a very convincing liar.
Do you always accuse people you've just met of lying?
Only the ones who aren't telling the truth.
Fire and spit, girl. I'm a plain hammered man with nothing to hide. You don't believe me, that's your trouble, not mine.
Wow. Okay. I expected more of you.
What are you doing here, Olin? Why come to Norland?
Erend needed a scout for his expedition, and a second for his drinking, that's all. Someone to stop the Sun Priest getting lost. When all this is over, I'm back to delving ruins, rummaging for scrap, scrounging up trinkets to sell.
So you're an explorer?
Just another Outlander, girl. A man's gotta make his shards. I just make mine in service to the King's court, that's all.
Okay, fine. I mean, I wish he'd give us more, but there is something a little bit shady about this guy. He's definitely hiding something.
I don't understand. We have this device in common, but you can't wait to stop talking to me.
I already have all the friends I need, girl. I don't need the bother.
I'm used to being shunned by the tribe. I thought you'd be different.
It's nothing personal. It really isn't. You should try to enjoy yourself tonight. Big day tomorrow. Always best to make every day count.
Okay. Wasn't quite as productive as I would have liked. So what now? Enter the Hunter's Lounge. Let's do that. So we did the more ritualistic side of things. Talk to Erend. Oh yeah, this guy. The headpiece just makes him seem a bit dodgy, but...
Your blessing was most illuminating. I've never seen its like. A rare gift indeed.
But you don't believe in All-Mother, do you?
Usually the distance between our tribes shrouds Nora ways from Karja eyes. But here among you, I see a beauty that shines true. Perhaps Naman is right after all, that the sun's light brightens all lands and all peoples.
Who's Naman?
One of my brethren, who believes the sky is wide enough for the faiths of all tribes.
Nice. Oh wow. What's the Sun King? Who are you? Why'd you come? Okay. Well, let's start with who are you and why did you come?
Who are you, Sun Priest?
I am the Reverend Erend. The glory of the Karja is the sun's glory, reflected. We sun priests are but glimmers of its great light.
You just said a lot,
Yeah.
but you didn't tell me anything.
It's about to say that.
My apologies. My duty is to carry out the will of the sun by serving its emissary among us, the Sun King. I comfort those who walk by the light of day, and I travel to those in far reaches whom the light barely touches, bearing warmth.
Very well. Why did you come? Well, he kind of already said why he came, but I guess it's available.
Did you come all this way just to deliver your Sun King's speech?
It is my duty, and also my honor, to carry the light of atonement to those we overshadowed and wronged. I swallowed my fear, but it re-emerged. I am glad Erend van Guardsman made this journey. He is my shield, a good man.
I think that this Erend guy could definitely turn into a bit of a prospect. He's doing a bit of wingman work for him as well.
So you live in Meridian?
I do. Where better to mark the sun's divine passage than where the sandstone glows in the light of its passing. I was raised in the mesa's great shade, its wild bird markets and metal cellars, spices and colored silks.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, you should behold it. And you can if you make the journey. At His Luminance's order, we have flung its gates open to all.
Any Nora who leaves the sacred land becomes an exile. But hey, who knows where I'll end up.
Okay, what's the Sun King?
Who is the Sun King you speak for?
His Luminance
His
Avad
Luminance.
is the 14th king of the Radiant Line. His light envelops the sky and everything beneath it. He is the chosen of the sun. By his divine rule, we are given sight and purpose.
You speak highly of him. Do you know him well?
By his nature, he is unknowable and infallible. We are his instruments, not his companions.
Wow.
I have been in his presence, but we draw down our hoods so as not to behold his light directly.
Oh wow.
He's the sun, he has total power, and no friends. That couldn't go wrong.
Not bad. I love her directness though. It's brilliant.
If your Sun Kings are so infallible, how do you explain the crimes of the last king?
Well, the sun's glory
Calling
is
him
a
out.
great and brazen crown for a vessel as small as a man. If the vessel is flawed, indeed in the burial caves, one can see the skulls of the past kings are cracked, trialed and fired in the sun's kiln. That can be too much for any man to bear, even a ruler of men.
So the sun can make bad choices like anyone else.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, she's really going at him right now.
Has there ever been a Sun Queen?
Many wives and consorts, of course. Or, oh, you mean for the sun to choose a queen? This has not happened.
Why not?
The sun is masculine, of course, and so would choose its heirs thus.
It's a light in the sky. I've never seen anything dangling from it. I don't know if you've noticed, but women run things around here.
Well, Avad took a woman as captain of his vanguard, the first to hold such an honor.
You mean Erend's sister, Ursa. From what he told me, she sounds formidable.
Oh, formidable indeed. A woman, and an outsider as well.
She might make a fine Sun Queen, given a chance.
A sun... Oh, no, no, no. No.
Oh no. Holy shit. I mean, obviously there's a definite like girl power vibe. I mean, I love the fact that you have like a tribe that's run by matriarchs. I thought that was really cool. And obviously Aloy is, you know, the strong female badass protagonist, but I just love the way she's like calling them out about the Sun Queen. That's pretty hilarious. I mean, there's debates, like there's more like religious debates, especially like in Islam, because that's the culture that I'm closest with and that I grew up around, about like, well, I mean, we've got prophets in religion, why have there been no female prophets? And a lot of people kind of get annoyed about that, and there's big debates and discussions about it and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of reminded me of that sort of banter. But I mean, she's right to ask. I mean, it's definitely a very valid question.
Why were the Karja at war with the Nora?
Under the 13th Sun King, the Karja had no peace with any tribe. His luminance has sent those days to dusk. We must renew the light that binds us, though few volunteered to come here.
The Nora scare you. They're good at making people feel unwelcome.
It's said one soldier died for every Nora taken alive. But I see you can be as calm as you are fierce.
Okay, I think we're done. Goodbye.
This has been illuminating, but I should get going.
You have already been blessed, but may the dawn find you, the day warm you, and the dusk have light to guide your path.
This conversation felt so different to all of the others that he's had. Like the way, like Aloy's tone of voice and like the way she was expressing herself and stuff. That was much more like what I was expecting. Like her smart ass remarks and the way she was like pressing him and like calling him out and that kind of stuff. That was good fun, man. I like that. Some of the conversations have been a little bit flat, where it's just kind of been very back and forth, and her expressions have remained very similar. But that one's a really interesting little interaction. Now, is she here? Ah, yes, good. So speak to her first before we move on.
Aloy, now that the blessing has been made, you and I finally have a moment to speak. I hope the ceremony wasn't too unpleasant for you, given your circumstances.
I hated it. It meant nothing. I found it beautiful. I don't think she'll say I hated it.
I can't say it was comfortable, but I could see the beauty of the ritual, even so.
It takes a generous heart, Aloy, to commend a ritual that venerates all that you were denied.
All I'm saying is that it didn't bother me. I have bigger things to worry about than hearing the Nora mumble about their mothers.
Yeah.
I see. I imagine you must have questions for me then.
Yes, indeed. Outcast and proving why was I cast out, matriarchs. I mean, are we going straight for the jugular here? I'll build up to that.
Ross told me that matriarchs don't just lead the tribe. What else do you do?
We teach, offer counsel, give blessings. When necessary, we judge. Our only concern is the welfare of the tribe. Among our number this year, we count 3 High Matriarchs and some 30 Lesser Matriarchs.
What's the difference?
Matriarchs are grandmothers with 2 generations of living progeny. But a High Matriarch is a great-grandmother with 3 or more generations to her name. Thus do we speak for generations, lending our opinions weight. The High Matriarchs most of all.
So, the more children you have, the more authority you get? I guess that's one way to decide who leads a tribe.
Why would there be any other?
Lancera hates me. Why was I cast out?
Why does Lancera hate me so much?
She is a woman of extreme opinions. More than that, I cannot say.
It's not my fault that I was born, or that the matriarchs decided to cast me out.
I side with you in this matter, but there are differences of opinion, and any vote of the High Matriarchs requires a majority.
I think Teersa is like my favorite character so far in terms of just like visually, animation, and voice acting wise. She seems so real like compared to everyone else. She's really good. Now, Outcast and the Proving.
It surprises me the tribe lets outcasts run in the Proving. It's not like the Nora to be so hospitable.
It has always been law that any child outcast has this right, as a means to rejoin the tribe. So far as I know, however, you are the first ever to exercise this right.
I'm not surprised. I doubt many outcast children survive long enough in the wilds to come of
Good
age.
point.
I think, rather, it is because child outcasts are so rare. In all my years, I've only known of one other child who was cast out. A boy of 13, who killed his mother. But at the Proving 5 years later, he did not appear.
No. I'd be surprised if he survived very long on his own.
But at least he had a chance. Other tribes would have simply executed him. It may be hard for you to accept, Aloy, but the practice of shunning is, relatively speaking, humane.
Oh, is it? Try it out for 18 years, Teersa, and then let me know what you think.
She's got balls, man. Right. Big question time.
Why was I made an outcast at birth, Teersa? What crime could I have committed even before I was born?
Aloy, this is not a question I can answer.
Why not? It's simple enough. And what about my mother? Is she here tonight, watching me? Or is she dead? Is she here? Or nowhere?
I am sure your mother is here with us, if only in spirit.
That's not really an answer, is it? Just so you know, Teersa, the reason I'm here is to get answers. Real ones. And when I win the Proving, I will demand them.
I know, Aloy. I would expect nothing less.
I mean, I feel like they're gonna really sabotage me to stop me from winning.
What about Rost? Why was he made an outcast?
So, he never told you?
He said he swore an oath never to speak of it.
Yes. As did I, and the other matriarchs. I'm sorry, Aloy, but Rost's past is another secret I must keep from you.
What else is new?
I guess it's goodbye.
I should be going. I'm sorry if I've been too harsh. It's just... I've wanted answers for so long.
I know, child. You're not the only one who's waited years for this day. I will be praying for your success.
But not many others will be. So I'm kind of interested to know what's going to happen at the Proving. We've spoken to this guy so much, I don't know if you have anything new to say, but let's have a look.
Aloy, did you have...
No. That's...
I should go.
Until we...
Okay. Can I speak to this guy, please?
That blessing wasn't bad. Nice and short, anyway. But I know a half-dozen Oseram tinkers who could put on a better fireworks show. Oops. I hope I'm not throwing a wet blanket on your sacred ritual. It was nice. Really.
Okay, we're already done. Good.
Yeah, well...
Alright, cool. So, yeah, I almost forgot to speak to these guys. That would have been a real shame if I went completely past these guys and didn't have these conversations. They didn't answer any big questions, but I think there were still necessary conversations regardless. So, now I'm ready to enter the Hunter's Lodge. Very story-heavy segment so far. The extent to which we're going to have these big barren patches where we're not really doing much other than kind of roaming the world and killing stuff and, you know, exploring and all that stuff, and we're not really going to get any story progression at all. I feel like it might be the kind of game where the pacing could potentially be a little bit different, so I don't know. We'll have to see. So that's why I'm doing my best to dictate the pace myself. Okay.
Motherless chuff.
Really?
What did you say?
Find your bed, outcast, and dream of winning the Proving. That's the closest you're gonna get.
Such assholes.
Oh, this is the bed house? With you standing guard, I figured it was the latrine.
Your very presence here.
Well, well. Look who's come in from the wild. The motherless outcast.
Oh, it's this kid.
I see you've still got a scar from where that rock I threw hit you. Now that's a cherished memory.
You can be a real lard sometimes, Bast. Cut it out.
Okay, well, I mean, I thought this kid would be a little bit shook from what happened last
Where's your
time.
bite, outcast? Or did you need my permission to speak in the presence of a true Nora?
Okay, I need to fuck this guy up. Just who does he think he is, little bastard?
Aw, you even try to dress like a real Nora. Not that it fools anyone.
So this is how it's gonna be with you, is it?
This is how it's gonna be with everyone, outcast. You belong in the wilds, not Mother's heart. And you definitely don't belong in the proving.
Really? You're gonna do that? You're afraid. I think we need some fight and talk here, man.
Too bad for you that I'm gonna win it then.
I've trained all my life for this. If I lost to you, I'd make myself an outcast for life.
Don't overestimate yourself. You wouldn't last long in the wilds.
You know, I often think of the day I gave you that scar. It's a cherished memory.
Yeah. The look on your face when I knocked that stone out of your hand was pretty entertaining. But I suppose you leave that part of the story out when you tell it, don't you?
I branded you that day to mark your shame.
All you did that day was make me stronger. Just wait. I'll show you tomorrow.
Yeah, right. This is boring. Time for Bast to get some sleep. You'll be the one surprised tomorrow, outcast. Not me.
Oh, are you gonna shut your mouth? Because that would be a surprise.
Oh, man. She's brilliant. She's got some excellent comebacks. Some of the best comebacks I've heard in some time. Do not mess with this girl, man. I want to see that look on his face tomorrow. Hopefully we fuck him up.
Nice job handling Bast. That should keep him quiet. Till morning, anyway.
I don't believe we've met. I'm Aloy.
Oh, I know who you are. The competition. The others, they'll finish the proving. Most of them. But win it? That's down to Bast, you, or me. Vala.
Nice to meet you, Vala. You're right. I am going to win tomorrow.
Never celebrate a victory before it's earned, girl. My mother taught me that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get some sleep. I plan to be well rested when I run you into the ground tomorrow. Your bunk's right there when you want it.
Okay. Thanks.
See, that's the good kind of trash talk. Bit of competitive trash talk going on. Alright, I think we're done. I don't need to greet any of these fools. I'd rather just sleep at this point. Let's do it.
So, your first day in Mother's heart. What do you think? You've never slept in a Nora lodge before. Not very private.
I don't think she's a huge fan, to be honest. Especially not with these guys around.
It's loud, and it stinks, and the people are... idiots. All these people who kept me out. And now here I am, stuck inside with them.
I think you'll find more to like in the days ahead. Get some rest.
Yeah, I doubt she's sold on the Nora idea already. So... big things happening.
caves! Ready yourselves! What will it take to get you out of here?
They're just gonna sabotage me big time. There's a what? Okay.
Got it, I think.
Friendly fire. There's a lot of them around, man. There we go. There's one at least. Forgot to take everything. There we go. Son of a bitch. Or a bast.
Your trophy is shattered, outcast. Looks like you'll need another.
I was going to say, they're probably going to sabotage me big time here. Where's the next one? There they are.
Good. And again.
Alright, let's try again.
Faster, come on.
I got everything, right?
Gotta catch up.
Okay. Let's keep moving. Don't have a ton of health left.
Gotta catch up.
I don't think there's a strict time limit here.
Slow and steady now. All you need is to finish. That makes all but one. Is the outcast coming?
Yes, the outcast is coming.
Behind me.
Don't you worry. I'm there. We haven't seen too much of the climbing yet, so that's going to be interesting.
Dead last, girl. Might as well walk from here. Bast will win or Vala, but you'll be made a brave so long as you finish. Oh, now. That's an old trail. 2 died on it last year. It's falling apart. Better dead last than dead altogether.
Not for us. Losing's not an option.
Whoa, 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 whoa! My old mother, are you crazy? You're gonna kill yourself!
Wow.
It doesn't get any easier. You're insane to go that way.
That's it.
No way but forward
Just
now.
Stop right there. Just turn around and climb back.
There. Gotta
You
catch
don't
up.
want to do this, girl. It's not worth
I really don't know to what extent it's a race. I might get my first game over here, but I'm just going to go
Come on
flat
now.
out here.
Faster. Stop dragging. Gotta keep going.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Is she crazy?
Good. I'm gaining.
Go, go, go.
The outcast is catching up.
How'd she get up there?
This is gonna be close. Made it.
Not sure if I've done enough here, but
Now hurry. Keep at it.
I have no idea if I'm in the lead here.
I've trained my whole life for this. They had a try, but I had the wilds.
Ah, fuck. Oh my god.
Must be perfect.
Wow. Just when she was giving it the big motivational speech, I almost jumped off the edge. That would have been insane.
Come on, you can make it.
Come on, I got this.
Can't let them beat me now.
Yeah, boy. Unless they shoot an arrow in my back. Yeah.